all black. Find your home.
We hit black 11.
I hit black 11. That's the dragon.
Welcome back to Water Hose Drinkers. Today is October the 8th. It's a Wednesday, episode 56. Got a Thursday night game this week for myself, bye week last week. It hasn't been a great weekend for you.
Well,
Before we get into that, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm tired. I was just off air. As we all know, in the past, when I started coming on here regularly, my life was a little bit different. I believe I started out as a guest, and I would call in at work. Do you remember those days
Yeah,
where I
call
would
when you
just
were working
call in
at
at work?
Publix.
Yeah, and now I'm rocking the old 9 to 5, which feels like a 9 to 7. It's just a busy time of year for me. And I was just telling him, so I'm doing good. It's just I showed Josh my list, and it's a long one. Tomorrow's going to be a long day, but hey, it's Friday, Junior. Thursday, we got the boy going back to the borough to get a big win, something that I seemingly cannot have since after week 1, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm doing good, doing good. I'm still repping, always repping. So
Always, always. I don't know why I don't have any Georgia Southern stuff off on, but this was just, got a rep for a golf course,
all right,
so
fine,
I
yeah, why
love it.
not? I'm wearing my sister got me this for my birthday, and it's Red Bull Racing, and I'm a NASCAR guy, but hey, man, comfy hoodie to get into after work
Yeah,
because the AC doesn't leave 71 in my apartment.
it doesn't need to this time of year. It doesn't need to. Save a little bit of money on that power bill. Not quite for
Yeah.
you to turn that heat on quite yet. The
Oh,
weather,
I don't use the heat whatsoever.
well, especially for me, I work outside, so the weather has been crisp. Getting a little humid in the afternoons here in Middle Georgia, but I will say the morning times have been fantastic. And tomorrow in Statesboro, 65 degrees at kickoff tomorrow.
Man, I wish I could make it, but I got too much stuff coming down the track with work right now. And I got
Shoot,
a
man, me
big
too. Me too.
I got a big weekend next weekend for Florida State's away game. Going back home, back to old Lakeland, Florida. And I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that. So
Yeah, but let's
big
get
week coming
into it.
up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Song of
song
the
of the
week.
week.
What you got?
I got Everything That Glitters Is Not Gold by Dan Seals. Kind of a little slow, sad song, but it's just a banger.
Yeah.
The reason it is my song of the week, I was scrolling through TikTok about, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, and I saw this girl singing the song in the cover and she killed it. And I was like, damn, it's a really good song. So
Mine's the polar opposite. It's One by Metallica.
there you go. It's a good song though.
Yeah, I'm just getting geared up for war. I
Yeah, I
gotta,
mean, I guess I could say mine is always Statesboro Blues when we have a home game. So I guess you could throw that in there as well.
yeah,
Every time I'm going to a Georgia Southern game, as soon as I get off the exit and pull into Statesboro, song comes on.
that's good. And when I drive
It's like a
through,
little tradition.
I play Eastbound and Down when I roll up into Tallahassee, and then I also play the war chant when I drive through Gainesville.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's not a joke. Like I stop what I'm doing and I play the entire I play it on repeat. I'll also play the fight song, and then if I run out of time, I'll play Eastbound and Down as well.
Yeah,
As I drive through Gainesville every time.
every
It
time I go through Atlanta and I pass Turner Field and I just look at it and be like, man, that used to be a great, great venue, a great ballpark, and now I just want to throw up every time I pass it. So
I did. Hey, I when I came back from Atlanta, I sent you that video at 4:30 in the morning, and I thought it made you laugh.
it did. It did. It did. I mean,
Uh,
they ruined a perfectly good ballpark, man. And I mean, if you walk in there, dude, it's gross. Everything about that university, Georgia State, and that institution is just nasty, and it just makes me want to puke. And next week is hate week. Hate week.
Yeah, hate week did not go well for old Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you still
We're
got
jumping
another one
ahead.
coming around at the end of
We're
the year.
jumping it.
So.
Yeah, we're jumping ahead. We're jumping ahead.
But anyway, moving along here to college football. I mean the NFL, not college football. First off, the Detroit Lions,
No,
we covered.
no, no.
We covered. We covered, baby. It was against the Bengals, but I will say before we jump into the Bucks, great Sunday night football, great Monday night football. The afternoon games, Thursday night last week was really, really good. Overtime was Niners and the Rams. London game, early kick.
I'm
How
tired
about,
of it. I'm getting so tired of these
I know.
London
We've
games.
got another London game this weekend. You got Jets Broncos in London on Sunday. I hate them. But the early kicks some were good, some were, bad. Some of them were kind of like, oh, whatever. And then they came down to the wire. But how about me and the fellas hypothetically had the first half under on total points? It was 17 and a half, and there were 17 points scored in the first half. Hypothetically, of course.
When
But
we
yeah,
get to our wagers, when we get to our wagers, that's
yes,
something that is the half points will come into play. And
no
that is
kidding.
you either on the good side of it or on the Cole side of it.
No kidding. No kidding. But I mean, like I said, there was a lot of good football, but kind of going towards the Bucks. I feel like we talked about this last week or the week before. How many close games are the Buccaneers are going to have? But before you respond, the team shows a lot of freaking grit. And surely, in my mind, Baker Mayfield is a leader for the MVP award right now at this moment. Now, of course, there's a long, long NFL left ahead. But if the season ended right now, Baker Mayfield surely is the MVP. No question about it.
Yeah, he'll get the regular season MVP, he'll get the Super Bowl MVP, he'll get the Super Bowl ring, he'll get me. I told you when I moved back to Tallahassee, there are three things that happened the last time I lived here in this exact apartment. The Bucks won the Super Bowl and the Tampa Bay Lightning went back to back. And our season starts tomorrow for the Lightning. The Bucks are hot, they're rolling elite. I like this. I have JSN in a lot of my fantasy leagues.
Mhm.
I have no ill will towards the Seahawks.
JSN had
Fan,
a phenomenal game too.
yeah, you want to know who has an even more phenomenal game? Mbuka, because
Mhm.
the second version of Ohio State wide receivers to come out are better than the first. Mbuka is him. How the Bucks got him at 17, we'll never
Yeah.
understand. The Bucks just got to get healthy, and that's when you know the beauty of winning close games like this is you're battle tested, you're gritty, you know what goes into it. Every single game the Bucks have played have been
Yeah.
decided by one possession, and they team that shows fight, and that's what I love it. That's what I love. And they've oh God, I just wish they'd go back to those uniforms. I wish the Seahawks would go back to those
Oh,
uniforms.
it was fantastic. Great to watch on TV. Two things. Levante David, with the age, is still an absolute freaking monster. Arguably the most underrated player in NFL history.
First
Should
ballot
be
Hall of Famer. First ballot.
easy first ballot Hall of Famer. Got the Super Bowl as well. Like could have two. We never know. But Baker 29 for 33, 379, two scores. Got sacked once, especially with as many injuries they are on the offensive line for the Buccaneers. But a 134.7 quarterback rating. Phenomenal.
And also one shut up to a fan. I don't know if you saw that video. Baker will
Yes.
talk the talk.
Yeah, it
Levante,
was definitely more than a shut up, but dude, that's classic Baker, and that's what makes Baker. I mean, you gotta love that out of your quarterback. I mean, if for me, if I put my mind as a teammate of his, that would fire me up, especially coming from the quarterback.
Levante David would not have come back this year and he said this if he didn't think that, the Bucks could win a Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Like he wouldn't have come back, and he's back for a reason. He's back. I also think part of him wanted to wear the all white creamsicle
Hmm.
uniforms. But
Gruden
yeah, man,
approves.
bro, of course, of course. I'm It's the 50th season. Baker and the Bucks are a match made in heaven, and I think the Cleveland Browns every single day because they are so dumb and poorly ran that they just let Baker fall right into it. And the Panthers too. The Panthers didn't utilize him, and the Rams didn't re-sign him. So I
Yeah.
mean, man, Tampa Bay and Baker are locked in, and just got to get healthy. Looking forward, I looked at I look ahead with the 49ers this weekend. That's a get back game from last year. It was a tight game that we lost close.
And the
Not an
49ers
easy.
still look decent with Mac Jones. So,
We are it's not an easy schedule, but get us through these next 3 weeks to get to our bye week, I believe is what I counted. And then get healthy and then you'll really see the Bucks turn it up because they have a very daunting. I think it goes like Pats, Bills, Rams, like three in a row.
Buffalo.
Like yeah, their schedule is gnarly.
You've got
Um,
you've got the Niners this weekend at home, on the road Detroit, on the road Saints, home versus the Pats, on the road in Buffalo, on the road at the Rams, at home Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers.
so
So
looking at
looking at
it,
it now, the back half, mostly division games plus the Dolphins, you could really see them winning a lot of the games in the back half. But these next, including this week, these next 6, 7 weeks are tough, 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 tough,
they are
tough.
very tough. But
But also the NFL, every single game is tough, and that's the beauty of the NFL, to be honest with you. Anybody can beat anybody. And also one last thing that I've got on the Bucks. Georgia Southern alumni, Kendall Vildor, 5 tackles, 4 solos for the Bucket. 5 tackles, 4 solo tackles for the Bucks this weekend.
sorry, I'm just reading a bunch of stuff. I apologize.
No,
My
you're
bad.
good.
And
I
my
mean,
bad.
but dude,
I,
it fires me up seeing Kendall Vildor have a lot of success. He is probably the best corner in Georgia Southern history. And I mean, he was unbelievable in college. Glad he's having some success in the NFL. He's kind of bounced around a little bit, but been with the Bears. I think he was with the Titans. He's been with the Lions. Now he's with the Bucks. So glad he is kind of hopefully settling in at home in Tampa.
yeah. Oh, he's gonna. Yeah. I don't know. We're going to the Super Bowl. That's all that matters. That Lions game, watch out. We're coming.
Yeah, well, I'm still a fan of football in the NFL, but just for the sake of picking a team, I got to pick Detroit. So,
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited. The rest of the season, I don't know. I don't see a loss. I'm kidding. There probably will be one unexpectedly, but I'm excited. I like
yeah,
the Bucks have been saving my Sundays. That and my fantasy teams have been, except for one. There's
yeah,
one.
but like I said, I mean, how
Yeah.
long are I mean, the Bucks are going to need a good blowout against somebody. And
That's
their
why
favorite, obviously.
the Saints are in our division for a reason.
I know, but just having these next, 6 to 7 weeks,
We do get a bye week after
true.
we do get a bye week, I think, before the Patriots is
Yeah, yeah. So, but at the same time, I mean, like I said, and like I asked you a while ago, I mean, how long are these one-score games going to sustain? We'll see. On the bright side for the Bucks, they've been on the winning side of 4 out of the 5. I mean, 5 games this year, and they've all been close, and they've been on the
and
winning side
the
of
one loss is
four.
to the defending Super Bowl champs,
Correct.
and Baker doesn't throw that interception, it might be a different story. Yeah, but
Correct.
we don't play the what ifs, in college football, or sorry, in NFL or in football in period. We don't play what if this, what if that. We just
Mm.
look at it and we go for it. And yeah, I think the Bucks are rolling, and I'm excited to. They
Yeah.
literally saved my weekend.
Moving along to college football here, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, go right ahead. Yeah.
Um, Dude, debacle for Penn State. I mean, I love it. I mean, UCLA, beating them 42-37. UCLA gets a big win. Florida gets a big win.
Eh,
Um,
is it a big win? Is it?
True. And now
I
Texas
don't.
is unranked and, whatever. But still, it was a great weekend in college football. We saw some overtime games in the Virginia Louisville. I understand why you're saying it's not a great weekend in college football. I do agree when my team loses. But as a whole, there was a lot of good football to watch this weekend.
I
Big
wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I blocked everything out. So
a big one that I watched was the Troy South Al game. That was 31-24 in overtime. But yeah, dude, I still can't get over UCLA. Neuheisel's son, that was a cool moment, having, Rick Neuheisel literally live on camera watching his son call the plays. And I don't know if you saw, he goes, I didn't really know how to work the microphone to the quarterback. And he was
that
just
is it.
pressing random buttons like,
That makes that win, or that makes that loss for James Franklin, in my eyes, 10 times worse because you got beat by a guy that didn't even know how to work the tech.
yeah.
All, he's the offensive coordinator. The I don't even know who the interim head coach is, but the interim head coach of UCLA and James Franklin now have the same amount of top 10 wins.
Yeah, it's
I,
crazy.
I it's crazy if you look at it, Texas and Penn State being the 1-2 preseason. It just goes to show you the AP doesn't know jack shit about what they're talking about preseason.
Georgia Southern alumni Andy Kwan is the O-line or assistant O-line coach at UCLA.
Yeah, hey, it's a
Fun
big
fact.
win. It was
So
a massive win.
yeah, Andy Kwan was a big time center for the Eagles. He was a part of the one and only Sun Belt Conference Championship team. So, but does question for you, does if everything kind of slides downhill for Penn State, especially the rest of the season. I mean, do we could
Yes.
potentially see James Franklin getting fired?
Yes, he is his seat just got his seat just got now I wouldn't say warm, it got hot. Like not
Yeah.
an uncomfortable hot, but it's hot. It's like a when you're in the car and you put the seat warmer on full blast, like out the gate, and then like 5 minutes go by, you're like, dang, this thing's it feels good, but it's
Roasting.
a little
Yeah.
toasty. Yeah.
Starting to sweat a little bit.
Just yeah, yeah. Billy is the king of coming off the hot seat, so James Franklin might need to take a page out of his book and see about how
Yeah.
to loosen the
Yeah.
the
Billy
heat.
Napier has more top 10 wins against teams than James Franklin does, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, I'm not going to give my flowers to them. I mean, give Billy a
I'm
lifetime
not
contract,
giving
right?
my flowers to him, but I'm just saying at the same time, like if you if you
I
just ask
think
any normal college football fan, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, surely James Franklin has at least 5 or 6 top 10 wins."
people just know that James Franklin can't win the big one, and you know, Oregon. I understand
Back-to-back
that over
losses for
time.
him,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, UCLA is a dumpster fire right now. So
And we
yeah, that
said
was
it
the
preseason. Oregon was one of those teams would be like, "Man, like this roster could win a national championship."
yeah, and their move. They got a big test this weekend. Not looking too far ahead, but they got Indiana at
Hmm.
home.
Hmm. Hmm.
Obviously Ohio State is still the big,
Of course,
the king of the Big Ten.
of
And
course,
then, you know, looking at it conference by conference, I think this was the week we kind of solidified who's the front runners for the
yeah.
conferences. And now that the Pac-12 is no longer a thing, I don't know if you've noticed, the Pac-12 was kind of like growing up for me at least was that conference that always cannibalized itself. It was
Hmm.
always going to cannibalize itself. But ever since I guess powers that
Especially when
be,
we were younger.
yeah,
Yeah.
ever since the powers that be took it away from us, if you will, because I'll long live the Pac-12 forever and ever, bring it back. I've noticed that like conferences like the SEC last season cannibalized itself. The Big Ten can cannibalize itself. The Big 12 can cannibalize itself. The
Sunbelt.
ACC this year, yeah, the ACC this year is going to be that conference that got the bug, that Pac-12 bug, where they just beat the shit out of all of each other. Um, Both good and bad for me. I mean, I need to take care of business. A lot of our tougher games
Well, now
again.
now it's kind of time for, I feel like FSU has a better chance of winning the conference than Georgia Southern does at the moment. But I'm saying statistically, but at the same time, for both of us, it's kind of that time of year, let's go ruin somebody's freaking day. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. It
Bro,
should be like that every single week, but at the same time, like, let's go ruin somebody's chances to compete for a conference championship, you know?
yeah, I wish that the last week would have been the big spoiler to the party, but
Hmm.
it wasn't. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, I don't. Do you want to just go ahead and get into it?
One
I mean,
last
that's a part of college football, so it's
one last
painful.
thing, we're starting to see some clear-cut winners of every conference these last 2 weeks. Not
Hmm.
clear-cut contenders. Who are those two or three teams that really can compete for the conference championship? Like SEC for an example, you've got Georgia can go, Alabama, you still got Ole Miss in there. Obviously, Texas has kind of excluded themselves. You still got Oklahoma,
A&M, you got
A&M.
A&M,
Yeah, I mean, there's
Missouri.
yeah,
Missouri's up
Missouri could
there.
compete. You
I
know,
think the SEC is more wide open than the Big Ten, and the SEC is still kind of because like Georgia and Bama already played, and Tennessee already played Georgia. Like there's still some.
mm,
There's obviously some teams that are out, completely out. You're not going to win.
mm.
Arkansas, for example, Florida. Like you guys aren't going to compete.
Vandy always got their hopes up, but they were never
No,
gonna compete,
no,
honestly.
no. It would have been cool, but yeah,
I
no.
mean,
Kentucky,
with the
obviously,
yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm surprised Stoops still has a job, but
they're already looking at basketball season. That's what they're
oh yeah,
doing.
yeah. But I mean, with the Sun Belt, I mean, Texas State lost to Ark State this week. So, that kind of shook some things up out of the West. But then, you're kind of clear cut, in the East, ODU and JMU are obviously the best two teams in the Sun Belt at the moment.
I don't know. Jamie, you clearly can't cover a 20.5 point spread against Georgia State, but whatever.
Yeah, they could cover 17 and a half against us, but they are 17 or 18 point favorites against Louisiana this week. That's what it is. So at home.
I will say this, my Big 12 prediction, if I think it was, I would do a lot of predictions. It might have been Arizona State. If it wasn't Arizona State, I know for damn sure it was Texas Tech. That looks like
Mhm.
they're a wagon as well.
TCU
They
is not bad.
TCU, yeah, TCU is not bad, but I just think that Texas Tech is legit this year. They're taking that step
Yeah,
up. You're going to see them in the playoff.
one thing moving back to the ACC that I want us to talk about next week because it's just kind of started developing today, and I haven't done any research to talk about this. The whole Belichick
Oh
debacle.
God.
There's some things getting released right now over the last like 12 hours that I need to do some research on. So next week, remind me, we
Yeah.
need to talk about that because we'll be a week removed. There'll be some more information out. You know what I'm saying?
What I saw briefly in my workday as I was, taking a 5 minute detox from emails. He is looking at,
Other
you
option.
know, he's looking at triggering his buyout.
Hmm.
He's like trying to move to media or something, which
I
makes
mean,
sense.
did we not just out of if this didn't work out, didn't we kind of see this as coming from a mile away? Honestly.
Who do you go get? Who do you go get if you don't have a coach right now? Who do you go get? Oklahoma State. I'm gonna exclude Arkansas because I think
I
they're
mean,
just gonna
John Summerall's going to be on everybody's page, but Summerall's going to look for a Kentucky. He's going to look for an SEC job, honestly.
yeah. I think that Arkansas is just gonna give Petrino the title. If he can throw together some big wins here and there.
No, that's what should be for Halloween. Petrino and the neck brace.
Oh God, yeah, that'd be a good one. That's actually really good. That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Did UCLA, Virginia Tech again.
Well, the problem with UCLA is, dude, I mean, they just even you saw in the Penn State game, there's just no fans there. They just don't have a good backing from the fan base.
Their structure, their athletic department structure is also a mess from what I hear. But if you are UNC, say you fire Bill, who do you go get? What? Think about it. They
James
fired.
Franklin.
Oh God, that would make a lot of sense. That would make actually weirdly enough, I could see that being a fit, but I don't think so. I think they go
We're gonna
like the
get somebody with
G5
head
route.
coaching experience.
They go the G5 route. I
Hmm.
think they go take a chance on a guy.
Yeah, I mean,
ODU's head coach,
yeah,
maybe.
GJ Kinney's his name's been tossed around a bunch. He's head coach at Texas State.
Yes.
His name's been
I
tossed around a bunch in a bunch of head coaching jobs.
Oklahoma
North,
State
yeah,
right
North
there.
Texas head coach. He's in conversation for that Oklahoma State job as well, just with North Texas being close
hmm
to Oklahoma
I think
State.
I think any of those smaller Texas schools, you're going to see
Mhm.
those G5 Texas schools are going to gravitate towards that
Mhm.
Oklahoma State gig. But yeah, if UNC comes available,
Yeah,
you know,
we could do a whole episode on this though, but
I know
you know,
Georgia's defensive coordinator probably will get a call as well for a couple of
yeah,
these jobs.
Mike Bobo is getting no calls out of Athens. I will tell you that much. But anyway,
They better not call Jimbo Fisher. I can't see
I
that.
think Jimbo's done. I think Jimbo's done.
There's
I
well,
know there was rumors him coming back into college football, but dude, the guy's got so much money right now. Got a good thing kind of going with the ACC network.
there's one job I know he'd come back to.
If Norvell leaves,
Let's get through this weekend.
are you questioning Norvell?
No, I'm not questioning it. That is my head coach.
Okay,
I
now we're
this
on
is
that topic. Jump right into Florida State too.
I want yeah, we're gonna talk about Jimbo. What I want is Jimbo in the building as the director of recruiting. I want him to
GM,
sk
yeah.
his eye for talent is unreal.
There's a guy in Statesboro. Their general manager has got a great eye for talent as well. Just saying.
little flex,
Yeah,
little
I mean,
love. I like
I know the guy, kind of personally. I kind of know him in life.
Listen, I'm just saying, if Jimbo, I think the only job, because you saw the emotion he was putting on ACC Network, and I
It
know
was
that
awesome.
he didn't want to leave. He was forced to leave because of because of who the athletic director at that time was. May he rot and piss, Stan Wilcox, who works for the NCAA now, by the way, mind you. But
NCAA
yeah,
is a corrupt organization.
no, Tallahassee was alive. It was a lot of fans, a lot of stars, a lot of recruits, and I took a different approach because of my superstitions. Did not partake in any of it. I'm just going to watch it by myself. I'm going to deal with it by myself. I'm not going to go. I didn't even go out. I just was like, I'm going to just park my ass right here in the apartment and just like see what it is. And obviously that didn't work. Didn't work. I will say this: the couple bounces this way or that way that happened at the UVA game also happened at the Miami game for a start. But Miami just has a better overall, like talent wise. Like they've built that team up. They're nasty, man. They're really good now.
Defense is nasty.
Yeah, I will say this. They prepped for us very well. They knew what we were going to do. And I will say that the fourth quarter fight, I appreciate that. This team,
You
and I've
didn't
seen
give
the
up. You
comparison.
scored
Yeah, yeah,
19 in the
yeah.
fourth quarter. You didn't give up, and that's kind of
No,
what you want out of your team.
and when it comes
Even
to
though
that
they
lucky
lost.
bounce, and when it comes to that lucky bounce, we had what, three onside kick attempts?
Hmm.
The two or three, it was three. The second one, I always wondered why Norvell or whoever our special teams coach, I think it's Papuchis or whatever. The boys don't. If you notice, like a lot of teams, they'll kick it high, they'll do that boom, and it'll get up in the air. If you notice, we have two guys, two kickers, and we put the ball like not on a stand, just like this.
Uh-huh.
And it's a little dribbler and it just spins really weird. But if you watch that second onside kick, it's hard, it's spinning so fast, it kicked off of the Miami players' hands and it ricocheted back towards the hand teams. Now the hands team was engaged in with, or not on the hands team, you know what I mean? Was
Yeah.
engaged with, had he just stopped and picked up the ball, it's a different story. But yeah, you got to protect the football. That's the biggest gripe that I have is you got to protect the football.
Can't win games when you got turnovers, man.
Yeah, the decision making was a little off, but again, like they just knew they were prepared. Miami was very well prepared coming off a bye week. You know, Tommy showed a lot of emotion. They showed a lot of fight, showed a lot of grit. The team's still young. It reminds me of that 2022 team where in 2021 we were, you know, we just had missed a bowl game. We're 5-7. It was like we had started the season 0-4. And then 2022, we rattle off a 10-win season, like go 10-3 or something like that. With a bowl game, Cheese a Bowl against OU. I'm seeing similarities of the fight, the grit, the young, you know, because there's a lot of young guys that are playing snaps, a lot of youthful guys playing snaps. So that's something to look
It's a
forward to.
blessing and a curse.
Yeah, the Pitt game. I'm off Miami. Congrats, you won the state. Whatever. God, please smite them. I can't have them win a national title. I think there's some holes in Miami's game, and I also think that there are holes in Mario Cristobal's coaching decisions, like late in the game. Why are you not just it's 4th and 1 or something, and you throw like a pop pass or something? Like, dude, just pound the rock. Game over. It's just that type of thing. Um, Hoping that the ACC cannibalizes itself, but looking forward to Pitt. It is a must win. You're 10.5 point favorites at home. It's a noon kick. It is a must win. Experienced quarterback. Narduzzi's been to the ACC championship game before. He's been here before. You got to go out and you got to dominate. You got to, push everything out, push the noise out, and you got to get back to the win column, move on to next week, go to Stanford or win that one. And then you got Wake Forest. So these next 3 games are very important. You lose
Got to
this
win
week.
these next 3.
Yeah, because then who you go face. We make the trek up to Clemson, South Carolina, and I don't care what anyone says, whether they are in and out. Dabo's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I will always take that game seriously. That is a rivalry game.
Was that
Dating.
2 years ago? That game
Yeah.
was where we reconnected. Was that 2 years
Yes, sir.
ago?
Yes, sir. 2023.
Damn it.
2023
That
in
feels so long ago, but like not that long ago at the same time.
last weekend of September. I know I graduated college in that time span.
I graduated college right before that, but yeah, a lot has changed in the last 2 years.
Yes, it has. But yeah,
When we reconnected, I wasn't even engaged. I got
yeah,
engaged like a couple weeks after that.
I was fat.
And you had long hair.
I did. I
You had
did. I
long
was,
hair. My hair
uh,
was long too.
no, I had just cut it. No, I was wearing overalls and I was
Yeah.
fat, dude. I was like 260 or something. I got a
Brutal
big ball.
sunburn as well. I remember that.
All right here.
Yeah.
Good time. Great time. But yeah, no, just got to go in and you got to protect the football. You protect the football. You got to dominate the line of scrimmage. You need to stop getting cute. You need to wrap up on the tackles and just play Florida State football. Don't quit. And I don't think the boys are quitting. I think that unlucky stuff happened at the Virginia game. Obviously, Miami's just good this year. There's no beating around the bush on it. Miami's just good this year. Now I pray on their downfall. Um, you're 25th in the country. You got to just go win the rest of them. No room for error anymore. Oh, and this is the only thing that I have. I will be damned if I lose that game in Gainesville. I don't care. That is a must win.
Hmm.
I could lose the rest of the games this year. I have to win in Gainesville. There's no sense in losing both in-state
Yeah.
rivals. Can't let it happen. You got to go out and you got to win
Obviously,
that
you
game.
won't be happy with that being the only win of the rest of the season, but you will be happy that you beat Florida.
I have to be. No, that is a non-negotiable for me. You have to. I'm not
Well,
losing that
100%.
game.
That's
Yeah.
your rival. That I mean, every year you've got to beat your rival. It doesn't matter what
Looking
the record is.
looking ahead, Florida State wins out 10-2, right? Not I don't know what happens around us, but you would need Georgia Tech, Miami, and Virginia to
Mhm.
suffer. You would need Georgia Tech to lose two to three ACC games. You would need
Mm-hmm.
Miami to lose, and you'd need Virginia to lose two or three.
Mm-hmm.
Completely possible with the way the ACC is structured.
And Georgia Tech, they still have Georgia at the end of the year. I know that doesn't mean anything for ACC, but that does mean something for college football playoff.
Does Florida State? I could see Florida State potentially, if they go out and dominate the rest of the season, backdooring their way into the college football playoff, getting another shot at Miami, if you will. But
Hmm.
you have to go out and dominate. Like you can't, have close wins. But yeah, I think you could see a world where we are a fringe playoff team. Like we are right there. But the problem is you have no room for error. You don't control your own destiny. But could you see that if you go out and win the next
Sure.
uh, 7 games?
Yeah, sure.
But do you also see us missing it by like kind of like Miami last year, where we are just right there, and then that 12 spot goes to
Well, whatever is going to happen, Kirk Herbstreit is not going to pick y'all to get in. So, you already knew that. And I still do have a conspiracy on, I still think that game day still should have been in Florida State and Miami instead of Alabama and Tuscaloosa for the Vandy game. I get with the Saban, I get that. But Herbstreit does not want to go to Tallahassee. I will
he was
say that.
there. He called the game. He called it.
I understand he called it, but for
I,
game day, Noel fans would just give Herb Street absolute hell.
well, I think that's the icing on the cake. Really, it to be true. Florida State and the Florida State and ESPN are not. We are in the conference for now. I'm just getting ready for Big Noon kickoff because I'm way more excited for Big Noon kickoff to find their way to Tallahassee.
You want Dave Portnoy and Big Cat to be in Tallahassee.
I don't give a shit. I want I want
You
to
want
play.
Urban Meyer to get booed as soon as he walks into Tallahassee.
The one thing I can agree on with Florida fans is we both hate Urban Meyer. I want Michigan to come to town. I want Ohio State to come to town. I want Oregon to bring their ass over here and play us on the East Coast, not on the West Coast of the Rose Bowl. I want those Big Ten matchups. I want to go play in the snow in Wisconsin. I want to go experience all that. I want to be the Big Ten Southern market. And that's what they showed you with game day choosing to go to yet another SEC school. 4 out of the 5 weeks.
Stay regional, come to the Sun Belt.
No, because when I leave for the AC, when I leave for the Big Ten, you jump up into the ACC.
Nah, that
Or
won't.
yeah, it's
That
fine.
won't.
The ACC is going to turn into the Pac-12 because you got the brands Virginia, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Florida State, Clemson. Um, those big power brands. They're gonna, we're gonna see Virginia probably in the Big Ten, maybe tied with FSU, maybe Notre Dame joins a conference finally. Georgia Tech probably moves to the SEC. All I know is Miami's going to F off to the Big 12, and nothing makes me happier than that.
Big East, man. Bring
Bring it
back
back.
the
No,
Big East.
bring back the proper conferences. Bring back regional conferences. But
And divisions in the conferences. Big fan of that.
yes, God, yeah, yeah. Because if it was the Atlantic and the Coastal, still, my God, I'd feel a lot better because Miami is in the Coastal, and so is Virginia. So was Virginia. Or oh God, I'm losing my memory. No, we were in the Atlantic. Doesn't matter. Florida State must win. Not going to speak on Norvell's job. He is my coach. I believe in him. I believe in the players and go out and cover the spread. That'll make me feel really good. You go drop 30 something on Pitt. I'll feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Go Knowles.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, so jumping into Georgia Southern bye week last week. So we'll see how tomorrow night goes. Southern Miss, they can run the ball, they can throw the ball. They're a pretty balanced offense. Now, obviously, what they're going to try to do is run it down our throat and run for two to 300 yards. They ran for 235 against Jack. They had a bye week as well last week. They ran for their last game was against Jack State. They ran for 230, 235, something like that against Jack State.
Ugh.
But so did we. We had over, I think we had, two guys. We at least have one guy, almost two guys over 100 yards against Jacksonville State rushing the ball. But but defense has got to make plays, man. We cannot let Southern Miss have that football at all. You're going to see a lot of quarterback runs. We are familiar with their coach. We are familiar with the Southern Miss Thundering Herd, as I like to call them. If you remember last year, big game in Statesboro where most of those guys played, and that was, a crazy comeback win by Georgia Southern. So, a lot of those guys are going to be out for blood. I mean, they're definitely did not have not forgot that game last year. And Braylon Braxton, we had his number. I don't think he's the best passer. I thought the Preston Stone kid last year from Marshall was a better passer than him when I saw him. But I will say he is a good player. There's no knock to him at all. But they're going to try to sling the ball if they have to. They'll be able to. I like our chances with our corners. But the key is, man, we can't, we simply cannot, any football team at any level, you simply cannot get dominated at the line of scrimmage. And that's what happened against JMU. To be quite honest with you, O-line's got to be spot on. Man, we've got to move the freaking ball. Well, I mean, we've got to score points and then we've got to control the clock. Let's establish the run game. Sorry, I'm getting situated. I'm a little fidgety tonight, to be honest with you. I'm ready to get off work tomorrow and hightail to Statesboro. But anyway, you got to put pressure on the quarterback. Latrell Bullard, defensive lineman I saw, is questionable for the game. Josh Dallas again is likely out for the Eagles. Chance Gamble is a go again, which is huge. Having Chance back in that cornerback room, but I'd like to see, man, if just put 8 in the freaking box, dude, and just say, hey, I want to see you throw the ball. I want to see what we haven't seen this year is yes, missed tackles do happen. Now we've missed a lot of tackles and that can't happen. But missed tackles do happen. And you see a team like JMU against us. I'm just using that as an example. And, I'm going to use Miami as an example too. But you just see a lot of hats flying to the football, is my point. Those are JMU's got a good defense. I'm just using JMU as a Miami, just an example because it's the first thing that popped in my head. So I'm
No,
doing
it's
this
fine.
I'm doing this to
You're
myself
good.
as well.
You're good. You're good. You're
So
good.
you just see a lot of hats flying to the football. If that first guy misses tackle, there's two, three guys right there to make a play. Because, like I said, missed tackles do happen, but having hats flying to the football is just something we just have not seen out of our defense this year. And hopefully that will change. I mean, I still got faith. And in my personal opinion, I've never been one to be on social media or anything to, hey, he needs to be fired about my team. I will say that about James Franklin, but I will not say that about my team. And I know you really won't either unless it's just pending situations.
I will put my hand up. I did state that a certain player last year deserved to be in Guantanamo Bay, but I was mad and justified in that.
You have since apologized. But anyway, maybe, maybe not. Cole has apologized. We don't know. But anyway, I think if we make changes, especially like on the defensive side of the ball, I think it's going to get a lot worse than it is now, in my
Yeah,
personal opinion. And I just, if we want to make changes, unless it just whatever, I just think it needs to happen. And if it does happen, it's going to happen at the end of the season. And, I just want to see a different intensity out of this defense, to be quite honest with you. I want to see us move the ball. I want to see JC sling it a little bit. I want to see OJ get over 100 yards. I want to see us physically dominate and win in the trenches, dude. And you saw we won in the trenches against Jack State. We won in the trenches against Maine, but we've lost 3 games in the trenches, and that's been the 3 losses. And none of those losses have been close. So,
I know. I've lost money on it. I know.
I mean, I'm not wishing on a close loss. I'm not one for moral victories either. But I want to see a big win. I want to see some freaking heart. I want to see some freaking grit. I want 8 man in the box and be like, hey man, try to throw it to Chance Gamble and see what happens. Chance does not have an interception in his career at Paulson Stadium. This is Chance's first game in Paulson Stadium this year. All of his interceptions in a Georgia Southern uniform have been on the road. So look for
Time is
that.
now.
I'm calling it. Chance Gamble interception. And
It's
Cole,
happening.
I'm going to say it every week of the season, and I'm going to say it every home game especially. Is it the week that we get a big boy touchdown? I don't know.
Yes,
Is it the week? Is
I
it
hope it is.
I
It's
I hope
time.
I hope it's the freaking week, dude. I mean, I'm ready for it. I just want it to
It-
be right under the
I-
scoreboard in that end zone, selfishly, but I'm ready for a big boy touchdown.
you know what I've been seeing on TikTok? The Dexter Lawrence sack dance, the sexy
Yeah,
Dexy dance.
yeah.
I don't know if that's the signs. We might get a big boy one, but I'm just saying that's what I've
Selfishly,
been
I
seeing a
want
lot of.
Caleb Cook, of course.
Yes,
Selfishly.
of course. Selfishly,
Yeah.
let's just win the football game. How about
Yes.
that?
Yes. Let's just win the football game. Like, dude, at the end of the day, I don't care what the stat line is. People can nitpick the stat line. You either win or you freaking lose. Don't care what the stat line is. Like I said, you can nitpick. I like to nitpick too. You know what I'm saying? I like doing that. But at the end of the day, you either win or you lose. There's nothing to it, and you got to freaking win this ball game to at least get some fire under your belt for the rest of the season and move back to 500.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. So
So,
I'm trying not to be 500 this week. So I mean, let's just get both
of
get a big
course,
win.
yeah,
You start us off on Thursday, and we'll carry the good vibes into Saturday.
yeah. So
That's what we're
hopefully,
doing.
is that game on ESPN2 tomorrow night, Cole?
Let me double check. I'll be watching it. So
I'll give a little score update right now. Into the first quarter, Liberty up 7-0 against UTEP. Liberty's got the ball on UTEP's nine. Middle Tennessee is up 9-6 versus Missouri State in the second quarter. Yes, ESPN2 at 8 p.m. So Cole, I hope to have you watching that game. So
I'll be yeah.
be,
Well,
be be looking for me.
I get off work at around 8 p.m. So
I know you might fall asleep about halftime because I know you'll be exhausted, but at least in that first half while you're awake, look for me,
I
please.
will. I always do. I remember we were watching. It was a split second, and I think it was before the season. It was before the Boise State game, Boise State USF game. They were showing
hmm
highlights from last year.
hmm
There's a split second where I saw you and me. It was like a
Oh, they
split
showed a
second.
Boise State highlight from last year.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
we were in the background. He was running away from us, but I could tell because of my light blue shirt, and you were standing right next to me in my awesome Georgia Southern hat.
Can you please wear that tomorrow and send me a picture?
Yeah, I got you. I
That's
got you.
if you do anything for me, please just do that. Just make
I'll wear my Georgia Southern
Georgia Southern
shirt.
Dad shirt.
No, my Georgia Southern fun fact, I gifted that to my little brother.
I bet
'Cause-
yeah, he would appreciate
yeah,
he would
he
appreciate that.
does. He loves
Yeah,
it. And I have my golf polo. I'll wear that to work tomorrow for you. How about that? I'll do you one
there
better.
you
I'm
go.
wearing the golf polo to work.
There you go. Okay, I
Yes,
appreciate that.
sir. Of course, of course.
I'll never forget that Boise State game. Genty did hit the Heisman pose in that end zone, like pretty much right in front of us, a little off to the side, but much right in front of us.
I'll remember that for a couple funny moments that we had that
Mhm.
weekend.
That was a good
Yeah,
weekend. That was a fun weekend too. I know we lost, but it was a fun weekend.
it was good. I went to Dingus.
You went to Dingus, you went to
We were
Southern Social.
we were
I took you to Del Sur as well.
I was
So,
hurting at Del Sur.
yeah, so was I. But anyway, speaking of that game last year, Matt Sprouse was at that game. Matt Sprouse of the group of five guys will be in attendance tomorrow night.
Oh, there you go.
Statesboro Sprouse, as people like to call him, is coming home.
I know he's from Miami, so I'm not gonna I send my regards to Mr. Sprouse.
Well, to be fair, he did go to Air Force a little bit, then middle, so like he's not a Miami guy, you know.
He's from there. It's sensitive, so it's still fresh. The wound's still open.
I know, but still, my sister-in-law is a Miami
That's
fan,
fine.
and her
I
dad
know.
is the one of the Florida State Troopers with Cristobal, so I had to bring that up. But look, at the end of
It's
the
pit
day,
week. It's eat shit pit week. Eat
yeah,
shit pit. Eat shit pit. That's all I'm thinking.
eat shit, Southern Miss, Southern
There
Miss,
you
Gathering
go.
Herd,
Brett
but
Favre is not here to save you.
no, no. But anyway, moving along to the wagers. Not a good showing for either of us this past week. You went 1-6. You are 11-17 overall on the year. I went 2-3. I'm 8-13 on the year. Um,
I will say I'm two of those are parlays, so I'm
yeah, yeah. So you're really 11-15, which
and
is which
and
is which is respectable.
and reviewing this pre-show, USF like at the buzzer. Thank God for that. That's why we buy it. That's why we buy it down. If you don't like 28 and a half, you buy it down to 27 and a half. Thank God for the late touchdown. But then on Saturday, we wake up and I have three, count them, three just ugh,
Yeah.
bad, bad beats. So
Well, you want me to start what I got this week, and then
yes,
you
please,
go?
Dave.
Okay.
Please do. How many you
So
got?
Kent State -2.5. They haven't been a favorite in a game in a really long time. They're at home versus UMass. So I gotta take, what are they, the Golden Flashes? Is that what the
Yeah.
mascot is? Yeah,
Yep.
I'm taking Kent State, the Golden Flashes.
The team we dropped 66 on. Yeah.
Yes, yes, but Kent State is bad, but UMass is even worse. So
The Minutemen, dude. I don't
yes.
know.
Southern actually went up there several years ago and lost to them, the Minutemen. But anyway, moving along, I've got Oregon at home -7.5 versus the Hoosiers. Dude, I just think Oregon's a wagon. Dan Lanning might need to drug test the guy. I don't know. The guy has been a little haywire lately. Um, but great coach. He shows no mercy to teams.
Notable Mike Norvell tree guy.
True. Also
He
true.
is from the Mike Norvell tree.
Well, I think he's originally from the Saban Kirby Smart tree, but
He was the linebackers coach at Memphis.
okay. Norvell is also Saban tree as well.
He's Gus Malzahn's tree. Don't
Okay.
do a tree off with me.
Okay.
Don't tree me
Okay.
off.
Don't hate me for this next one. I am taking Appalachian State money line over Georgia State in
Yeah, that's just
in
you
Atlanta.
can I know you just want Bang to show up.
Yeah. I mean, look,
You
in
remember from
Atlanta,
Batman? When
yeah.
Batman, that's every time my two rivals play, Florida and
Mhm.
Miami, I just want Bang to show up and
Yeah.
just level the field. So
Heinz Field. What wasn't that in Heinz Field? Yeah. Well, Acrisure Stadium now, I
no,
guess.
it was Hines when they filmed it. But that's what I want when my two heated rivals play each other. I want Bane to show up. But hey,
I've seen mixed lines. I've seen App State -0.5 points, seen them 1.5. Let's just take the money line here, folks.
mhm,
Let's just take the victory because it could
yeah.
jump, whatever. Let's just take the victory. Thursday night, we're taking them. Georgia Southern money line +135, +140. Dude, the power of Paulson is real. Hopefully, we at least get 23 to 24,000 fans in there. Hopefully, we get at least eight to 10,000 students. I think Paulson's going to be rowdy. It's a blue out. I don't know if we're going to see the Navy pants. Don't know.
Do y'all cancel classes on Fridays for that? Because I would.
Well, for the Southern, if this was App State Thursday night at home
Yes.
or Georgia State Thursday night at home, yes, classes would be canceled. But let's be honest with ourselves. Not a whole lot of students are going to show up to class on Friday. And let's be honest with ourselves. With my time at Georgia Southern, I missed a lot of classes myself. And especially if we had a Thursday night home game, was not going to show up that Friday. And I'm not going to vouch for all Georgia Southern students, but a lot of them don't show up to class anyway. I will say that. You know, Georgia Southern has got a lot of
Fair.
alumni
Fair.
that have done really well for themselves, but you know, it's college.
Yeah, I
And
got you.
also, I've got a player prop for tomorrow night. Cam Brown, anytime touchdown. I think it's like -130, 140. So
How many plays is that? That's five.
that is five.
Look at
That's
you,
all I
me.
got.
We're already in sync because I also have. I love them. I mean, I'm not. They're probably gonna win this week because I'm not touching that game. I'm not touching any Southern Miss,
I'm
Georgia Southern.
unfortunately always gonna like, dude, I just I just, like I told you before, dude, I just got to. I just got
All
to.
right. I got 5 plays as well.
Okay.
I'm going to start with tomorrow night. Tulane -6.5.
Yeah, I wanted to stay away from that game.
I,
I
I
really
just
like it.
I believe in Tulane. And then we go to Friday, USF going to North Texas. I believe it
Yeah.
is
Yes, underdog.
over over 66.5. I want points. I want points, and we are going to get points. That's what I want. 66.5. I'm taking it. I want a lot of points. That's what I want, and that's what I
Number
want to
24
get.
team in the country, North USF.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I need points. I don't really necessarily care. I mean, I want the Bulls to win, of course, but
Mhm.
I
It's
think it's
it's
going to
going
be
to
a
be a
high
tough
scoring
road
game.
game. It's going to be a tough road game.
Very. Then we go to Saturday. This kind of goes against my better judgment, but I'm doing it. Mizzou Tigers +3.5 at home to the Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide coming off game day, massive win. I think Mizzou could
Hmm.
sneak up and bite them. Now I need Alabama to keep winning for my sake, strength of schedule wise. But man, I just think Mizzou is going to have some weird energy and weird magic that's going to
Drop
affect.
kick on the kickoff.
Exactly. Yeah, I think Mizzou wins this game +3.5. Well, I'm gonna take the points. I think there's a
Take
shot
the
that they
points.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also gonna do Ohio State, Illinois over 48.5. How are we gonna get there? It might be 24, it might be, 24 coming down to the end there. It might just be Ohio State blowing out the Illini. I don't know if you know this.
Mhm.
This is a trophy game in the Big Ten. Did you know that?
No.
Yes, it's for the Eli Buck.
Okay. It shouldn't be a
You, I
trophy game.
want,
Move along.
I want you to Google that trophy while do my last play. I want you to Google the Elia Buck trophy. And then
Oh
finally,
no. The wooden turtle. That's awful. That is awful.
we're
I
talking about
didn't
it's
even know that was
awesome.
a thing. That shouldn't even
Yeah,
terrible. That shouldn't even be a thing.
it's the Eli Buck trophy.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
We're gonna have to do like a whole thing because I know so much stupid shit about college football.
The
Like
worst trophy games.
The Big Ten has so many trophy games. And then
Yeah.
my final play, I can't believe I got it at this. OU team total over 20.5. I can get 3 touchdowns in that game. I can get 3 touchdowns.
You
And I'm
said
gonna get
20
three
and a half?
touchdowns. 20.5.
Yeah, Mateer is going to be back as well, so that could be a good play.
I might have some more. I probably will have some more. I might bite on FSU on Saturday. We'll see. It's early in the week. I
Yeah.
know it's too early for me to start thinking about that.
I know, and I feel like even sometimes Thursday's a little too early, but it's like I just want to do it on the podcast, you know what I'm saying? But Wednesdays are a little bit tougher than Thursdays, even though
Yeah, the
it's
Lions.
24-hour difference, but still. The lines
The
shift so
Lions.
much.
I know. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I like these lines, but I know by Saturday they're already going to be shifted. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm playing them now.
Yeah. Anyway, winners and losers. I'm going to start off with my loser, Steve Sarkisian and Crotchabald Manning taking the L to the Florida Gators. My winner of the week, I gotta go. Don't know his first name. Think his first name's Jerry Neuheisel, Rick Neuheisel's son, calling the
I
plays. We talked
thought
about him earlier.
I thought you were going to do a different a different winner of the week.
What do you think I was gonna do?
A notable a certain golfer got his first win.
Why haven't I even talked about this, Cole? Oh my gosh, I literally was thinking all like before this podcast how I wanted to talk about this. Scratch that. Winner of the freaking week. Steven Fisk getting his first career PGA Tour victory, Georgia Southern alumni, friend of the program. Me and Alec had him on about 2 years ago, dude. Friend of the freaking program. We can now say we've had a PGA Tour winner on the podcast.
That's huge.
Steven was, golf's up and down. golf is it's a brutal, grueling, mental
I don't want to hear it
nightmare
from
of a
you.
sport.
I don't want to hear it from you.
I'm not that good at golf, I will say.
Better than me.
Yeah, but that's not hard. Sorry.
I know.
But anyway, he needed this victory. Especially if you get a PGA Tour victory, I think he gets his tour card retained for the next two or three seasons, automatic ticket in all of the majors next year. So it looks like I'm going back to Augusta in the springtime to watch Buddy play.
That's
So
awesome, dude.
I'll never forget. I'm in Macon, several years ago. Steven's last year of college. It was right after I got done with my freshman year of college, and I'm sitting in the idle hour locker room with friend of the program Wilson Andrus as well. And Steven came in second in the Haskins Trophy Award, lost to Oklahoma State, Oregon State guy, Funky Swing. He's on Matthew Wolf. Lost to Matthew Wolf in the Haskins Trophy. So if anybody doesn't know the Haskins Trophy, it's the Heisman Trophy of college golf. But anyway, we're sitting in the locker room. He's watching it. He already know he didn't win. He already knew Matthew Wolf won. But anyway, the locker room attendant looks in there. He goes, looks at the TV and goes, "Oh shit, buddy! Like that's you." And I'm like, "Yeah." The guy shot like Steven shot like 65 that day. Dude. Like it was insane.
You think he could help me get better?
100%. He's got a very unconventional swing too, but he just pounds the ball, dude. But anyway, winner of the week. Thank you for reminding me of that. Stephen Fisk, Steve Fish. People call him Fish. Dude, congrats. You're the freaking man. So freaking proud of you. Had an awesome moment with his wife after that victory as well. So freaking proud of him. I'm glad he got it done. He's locked in on the PGA for the next several seasons. I'll see you in Augusta, my friend.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. Good for him. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
I'm golfing for the second time since July, like for the second time since I moved on Sunday. I'm golfing, so we'll see how it goes. I will keep you informed.
I'm likely playing Friday, and that will probably be my fourth round in the last 2 months. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah, except you send me scorecards of like 80 something and I shoot like a 99 and I'm like pissed off to no extent.
I played last Friday, played god awful, and it was a miracle I shot 85. And I was not very proud of that. But that's not that, dude. I need to get back in the high 70s. That's my problem.
Just stop. We're gonna stop right there because you get back in the high 70s. Motherfucker, I have never shot in the 80s.
I gotta get back in the high 70s.
All right, I'm moving on to my winner of the week because I got to get mentally prepared for Sunday when I play. Winner of the week, Battlefield 6 releases on Friday. I'm super excited. I'm going to be so locked in. I'm not doing anything
Dude,
except playing Battlefield
I've been
6.
playing that new skate game. Sick.
Really?
Yeah, I was a big Skate 2 and Skate 3 guy growing up. Love that
Okay.
back on the 360. And it's free. So I've been shredding the gnar, if you will.
I am a Battlefield, like when it comes to
Yeah,
like I've played
it's a great
COD growing
game.
up.
Yeah, but I was more of a Battlefield guy.
Battlefield 1 is
Mhm.
my game. And me and my buddy have been talking about it. We're getting back on Battlefield 6. He played the beta. I did not. It was just a busy time for me. I couldn't get in on the beta. I'm getting Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
I'm also going to get FIFA Pro. I'm going to get FIFA as well. We're getting back into video games. It's going to be a fun time. So that's my winner of the week is Battlefield 6 releasing on
Sorry to
Friday.
interrupt you, dude. I used to play pro clubs and FIFA all the time in high school. That was my jam in high school, dude.
We'll talk off air because I think I'm trying to get pro clubs going. My loser of the week, it's more so like a movement, I guess. The minimalism of the NFL. What we saw this past weekend was what God intended. The Bucks and the Seahawks in those bright, vibrant
Mhm.
colors. And then on Monday night, we get the Jags in their original logo with
Mhm.
that teal, the black. What are we doing? What are
Yeah.
we doing? What compare it to the Bills' frozen tundra or ice out.
Eh,
Those looks like shit compared to the
you couldn't
original.
see the numbers on the
I
jerseys.
don't care. Like it looked like shit. The NFL minimalism is ruining the sport. We need to go back to the vibrant colors of the 90s, the vibrant logos, not just
I
these
think I
one-off
think we need to
games.
have throwback Thursdays. Thursday night football, you wear throwbacks.
I think we should just throw it all back. I want the original Giants, like,
Mhm.
where it spells out Giants. I want the original Falcon would be sick.
The Jets have the better logo that that look. I'm not crazy about the uniforms, but
Yeah, we go back to those OG colors,
yeah.
the Kelly green for the Eagles,
Mhm.
the
Bring back their
Rams.
Giants red jerseys too. The
Uh-huh.
Pats reds with the white
Patriot Pat.
helmets.
Patriot, the Lions. I would like it for the Browns to do that elf looking dude. I don't even know. Like, I just want the original, like the OG uniforms that are vibrant, that are bright. They scream football.
Old school Falcons logo. Like, oh,
Oh
love
yeah.
it. Love it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The Dolphins old school logo, like, is I like it better. Their old
Mhm.
uniforms with that cursive dolphin. The NFL minimalism is the loser of the week. We need to stop this. We need to halt it, and we need to go back to vibrant, fun, and electrifying colors like we saw on Sunday and
I'm a
Monday
big
night.
fan. I'm also a big fan of, especially in college, the simplicity of the college uniforms.
We could do it's
Specifically college. NFL 90s looks, yeah, for sure. The vibrant colors, but
we could
yeah.
dedicate that's going we're at the this could be that's a whole
All
thing for me.
yeah, yeah. But
Whole thing for me.
anyway, moving along, last thing to kind of wrap things up, we've got Mount Rushmore of sandwiches.
Are we doing the back? I've been liking the back and forth picks that we've been doing.
Back and forth, and if you take one, I can't pick that.
Are we doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Are we doing it like a draft where it's like your first overall pick?
Let's start 1-1.
Okay. Who picked first last week? Was it you or was it me?
You go. You go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my. It's probably gonna be. Oh God, if this is 1-1, I gotta. I'm gonna do it. I'm taking the classic peanut butter and jelly.
Ooh, like a good uncrustable. Ooh.
Uh-huh. I like mine with. I'm taking PB&J, but I
Yes.
use strawberry. I use strawberry
That
and crunchy peanut butter.
ooh, dude. Oh,
More
you
protein.
disgust me.
It's more
Um,
protein.
one, we're going cheesesteak.
Oh, a good Philly. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a spot here in Tallahassee and it just popped up, a couple years ago. It's in College Town. It's literally called it's the Vice Philly or the Wilburys Philly. Some quality
yeah.
Phillies over here. That's a good one. But I'm
Which
gonna
one
take
too?
oh God. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the Publix chicken tender sub.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Two, I'm going Italian sub.
The
Love a
Publix
good
Italian.
Italian.
The Publix.
It's very good. It's very good. But it like Publix, the get the chicken tender sub, the little buff toss in that buffalo.
I
Dude.
do the hot honey now, the hot honey with
Ooh, good
Chipotle Gouda.
call.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
good
hey,
call.
brother. Yeah,
Good
yeah.
call.
Now, the next one, my third pick, a good Cuban sandwich.
Ooh, Cuban. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Love a good
yeah,
Cuban.
a
Number
Cuban
three, I'm going simple but classic. Grilled cheese.
with the tomato soup.
Yeah, yeah. Good like
Yeah, you
tomato
have to.
disc. Yeah. Dude,
Hmm
especially winter time's coming up. Ooh, yeah, dude, winter time's coming up. Ooh.
hmm All right, now
Four.
I gotta start thinking. I gotta get creative here. Uh, I'm gonna do a. This is gonna be a bit off the cuff, but I don't know why it popped into my brain. I'm gonna do a shrimp po' boy.
Mmm.
A good shrimp po' boy.
I'm
Yeah.
going back to simple, classic turkey club.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. No, of course.
Like a
I got
little
my
house sandwich. Most people's house sandwich like a good turkey club. I know some house sandwiches, some of them might have a little ham on there. Don't discriminate. But a
Mhm.
good turkey club, fantastic.
I'm going. I can't believe it fell all the way. Well, I can because this is little drop, little lore with this because this is it for me. I have eaten the same sandwich from Firehouse since my sophomore year of high school when I got it once. And every time I go to
They've
Firehouse,
got a
I
great
think about that.
cheesesteak, by the way.
Think about this. Think about how old I am. And think about my
You're old
sophomore
as
year of high
shit.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. My sophomore year of high school was over 10 years ago, which was it was 20.
I
Oh,
mean,
it
my
was
sophomore year of high school was 10 years ago.
11. It was 11, 10, 11 years ago for me.
Mhm.
I have gotten the same sandwich every to think about how many times we've gone to Firehouse from that time to now. I have never gotten anything different at Firehouse. Turkey bacon ranch, large turkey bacon ranch with no tomato
Mm.
every single time. That is my go-to sandwich. I almost got it for dinner tonight, but I didn't.
Before I go to my honorable mention, I want to talk about two that missed the cut for me.
Oh, interesting. No, that was
Big,
my five. Not an honorable mention. That's like that almost went one, but then I was thinking I gotta
yeah,
snipe my
yeah,
ones. Yeah,
true,
so
true, true. The Reuben missed the cut for me.
interesting. Yeah.
Reuben's a good one, and also the classic BLT missed the cut as
Not a
well.
fan.
I want a very thin sliced tomato as my
I
thing.
don't like tomato.
Yeah, I don't want a thick, I want a thin sliced tomato. But my five honorable mention, whatever you want to call it, simple, classic, little kid in me, the ice cream sandwich.
Oh, what a mic drop of a sandwich at the end there, my man. Wow. I'm
I'm
not.
confident in my list, man. It's a good list.
I think you beat me because
Chicken parm sandwich didn't make the cut. Like a
shrimp
good
po'
chicken
boy,
cutlet. Like
shrimp po' boy is out of left field, and I don't know where that came from. It's good, but it's
great
not.
sandwich.
It's a great sandwich, but it's not. There's so much better out there. I got my TBR and I got my top three are my top three, and I'm happy with those. PB&J can't go wrong. Scoffing
Yeah,
at the
I was gonna
scoff,
take PB&J, but like, I mean, I knew one of us was gonna take it. That's a given.
scoffing at my PB&J though with the
It's gross.
crunchy peanut
That's
butter
not a
and
PB&J. It's the
yes, it is
dude without the strawberry. Without
strawberry jam.
I know, but like you got to use the grape jelly, dude. That's a
I
PB&J.
I will use the yeah. That's fine, but I'm telling you, in my perfect world, it's strawberry
I
and
get it.
crunchy peanut butter. I like
I
that
get it.
crunch too. And I toast the bread a little bit so it's nice. It's got a
Yeah,
nice crunch.
I'm with you. I'm just not a country peanut butter. I don't dislike the strawberry, but I'm not a country peanut. That's what I really just don't like is the
Why?
country
Dude, it's
peanut butter.
extra. I just like it for the extra protein.
I just can't do it. That's just me though.
Hey, are you ready to lock in? Because in about, I don't know.
We'll probably be closing in on the first quarter here in about 24 hours. So,
Hey, it's time. Lock
yeah.
in.
But anyway,
Go get the boys right. Go get the boys right
look for
tomorrow.
me on ESPN2 tomorrow night. I'll be holding up. Boop. When Caleb Cook gets in the end zone and Cam Brown scores a touchdown and we win the football game.
And
So,
Chance Gambles gets his first pick.
yeah, hopefully a pick six. That would be nice.
Right
So,
to you, right to you.
I'd hug him. Like, you know,
Flag. Straight
yeah,
flag.
yeah. If I could like pour a beer in his mouth or something, like that'd be cool. Not gonna do that, obviously, but like
Let's
just
focus on
my
winning the
dreams,
game.
that'd be
Let's
awesome.
win the game. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna win
Dude,
tomorrow.
just win, baby, win.
I'm not betting on it. We're just gonna watch it. I'm gonna wear my Georgia Southern polo to work tomorrow. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a good time.
I need the captain's hat on tomorrow night.
I will wear the cap. I'll take the captain's hat to work tomorrow. How about that?
Please, you send me pictures of it, and I was thinking about posting some pictures, tailgate lot and
Oh,
all
yeah.
that stuff.
Enjoy
So
it. Enjoy yourself. You get the boys right this weekend or this week, and we'll
yes,
roll it in. We'll roll it into Saturday, and I'll get
yep,
my boys right. We're resetting. You're getting to 500, and I'm getting to 4 wins.
yep. All right, let's get out of here. Hail Southern, go
Go
Knowles,
Knowles. Hail Southern. Go Knowles.
and screw the Falcons. All right, have a good one. See you.